Behold, I build an house to the name of the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, my power, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for the continual showbread, and for the burnt offerings, morning and evening. Listen, on the Sabbaths, the 7th day of the week, and on the new moons. You see this? That's 12 new moons a year, which represent the first day of the month. And on the solemn feast of the Most High, our power. This is an ordinance forever to Israel. Read it again. This is an ordinance forever to Israel. It's a law, it's an order, it's a commandment. Remember, the Most High ordained this during the time that Joseph was in Egypt, where we was ruling Egypt with power. He ordained this so we could honor the new moon with the Sabbaths and the feast days and so forth. He said he ordained this in Egypt, not in the wilderness, but in Egypt. We were doing this. Look, and the house which I build is King Solomon. And the house which I build is great, for great is our power above all gods. That's the power of the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob forever and ever and ever, above all gods. That's what we have, y'all. And he's telling us to do this. Now how you gonna honor him and you don't do what he say do? First Chronicles 23. First Chronicles 23. And 31. Let me read verse 30. It said, and to stand every morning to thank and praise the Most High, and likewise at evening, and to offer all burnt sacrifices unto the Most High in the Sabbaths and the new moons. There it is right there. And on the feast days, on the set feasts, by number, according to the order commanded unto them, continually before the Most High. Amen. Yah. Continually before the Most High. 12 times a year. We honor the new moons. He gave us the beginning of the months. Second Chronicles 31 and 3. Second Chronicles 31 and 3. He appointed also, well, I started at 2. And Hezekiah appointed the courses of the priests and the Levites after their courses, every man according to his service, the priests and the Levites, for burnt offerings and for peace offerings, to minister and to give thanks and to praise in the gates of the tents of the Most High. Verse 3 is key. He appointed also the king's portion of his substance for the burnt offerings, to wit, for the morning and evening burnt offerings, and the burnt offerings for the Sabbaths and for the new moons. Here it is again. And for the set feasts, as it is written in the law of the Most High. So to not do this, you're breaking the laws of the Most High. Moreover, he commanded the people that dwell in Jerusalem to give the portion of the priests and the Levites, that they might be encouraged in the law of the Most High. Amos 8 and 5. Amos 8 and 5. I'll start at 4. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone? See? He said, hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, you know, taking advantage of the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn? So now, see, you're not buying and selling on the new moon. That's what he's saying. When will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn? And the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit. You know, meaning they really shortchanging the people in the amount that they charge them. That we may buy the poor for silver and the needy for a pair of shoes, and sell the refuse of the wheat. But when they wait, they said they can't wait till the new moon is gone. Oh man. It's a lot here.
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves. Presentation mode is on. Only organizers can be heard.
So you see, the ones that was taking advantage of our people, as some do today, using them as commerce, they can't wait till the new moon is over and the Sabbath, so they can, you know, start making merchandise of us, you know, spending money with them again. That's what it's talking about. So let you know that we wasn't buying and selling on the new moon till like the Sabbath. That's what they said. Verse 5, Amos 85, saying, when will the new moon be gone? When is this thing gonna be over? That we may sell corn, see? And the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and the falsifying the balances by deceit. That's our people, man. And anyone else that wants to make merchandise of us, knowing that we would not do anything on the Sabbath, on the new moon. We would honor the new moon. It's a feast day. It's a holy day that the Most High allowed us to come together and have a good time. Feast. 1 Samuel 20 and look at verse 4. Then said Jonathan, who is Saul's, our first king, this is his son, Jonathan. Then said Jonathan unto David, whatsoever thy soul desireth, I will even do it for thee. So whatever you desire, I will do it for you. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat. But let me go, that I may hide myself in the field until the third day at even. So you see, you know, the new moon is when? The first day. And he wanted to hide himself until the third day. If thy father at all miss me, then say, David earnestly asked leave of me that he might run to Bethlehem, his city, for there is a yearly sacrifice there for all the family. You know, like family reunion. If he say thus, it is well, thy servant shall have peace. But if he be very wroth, then be sure that evil is determined by him. Therefore thou shalt deal kindly with thy servant, for thou hast brought thy servant into a covenant of the Most High with thee. Notwithstanding, if there be in me iniquity, which is wickedness, slay me thyself, kill me yourself. For why shouldest thou bring me to thy father? And Jonathan said, far be it from thee, for if I knew certainly that evil were determined by my father to come upon thee, then would not I tell it thee? So I'll tell you, man. Then said David to Jonathan, who shall tell me? Or what if thy father answer thee roughly? So, looking at verse 18. Then Jonathan said to David, tomorrow is the new moon, and thou shalt be missed, because thy seat will be empty. Say, tomorrow is the new moon, David, and you're going to be missed because the seat that you always sit in, a special seat that you sit in, is going to be empty. And when thou hast stayed 3 days, then thou shalt go down quickly and come to the place where thou didst hide thyself when the business was in hand, and shall remain by the stone, Ezel. And I will shoot 3 arrows on the side thereof, as though I shot at a mark. You're going to see 3 arrows there, as he shot at a mark. And behold, I will send a lad, saying, go, find out the arrows. If I expressly say unto the lad, behold, the arrows are on this side of thee, take them, then come thou, for there is peace to thee, and no hurt, as the Most High liveth. But if I say thus unto the young man, behold, the arrows are beyond thee, go thy way, for the Most High have sent thee away. He's warning them. And as touching the matter which thou and I have spoken of, behold, the Most High be between thee and me forever. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat meat. See? This is part of our custom. And the king sat upon his seat as at other times, even upon a seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's place was empty, because his seat was empty. Remember, he said he wanted to stay away for 3 days. Nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day, for he thought something hath befallen him. He is not clean. Surely he is not clean. And it came to pass on the morrow, the next day, which was the 2nd day of the month. So you see, that new moon starts the 1st day of the month. So now we're looking at the 2nd day, which is tomorrow, which is the next day. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the 2nd day of the month, that David's place was empty. He wasn't there again. And Saul said unto Jonathan, his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to me, neither yesterday nor today? And Jonathan answered Saul, but mind you, the new moon is a feast on that 1st day. And you're going to eat the next day anyway. So they're just sitting down to eat for the 2nd day. So, and Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. And he said, let me go, I pray thee, for our family have a sacrifice in the city, and my brother, he hath commanded me to be there. And now, if I have found favor in thine eyes, let me get away, I pray thee, and see my brethren. Therefore, he cometh not unto the king's table. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said unto him, Thou son of the perverse, rebellious woman. Wow. Talking about his mom. See, thou son of the perverse, rebellious woman. Do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and unto the confusion of thy mother's nakedness? For as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground, thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom. Wherefore now send and fetch him unto me, for he shall surely die. Wow. And Jonathan answered Saul, his father. You understand what he said? He said, as long as David living, Jonathan could not be king after Saul. Because he knew that David was going to be king. He was really jealous of him because remember the women were singing, Saul killed thousands, David killed tens of thousands, so he was jealous of that anyway. But David was a mighty warrior. So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger and did eat no meat the second day of the month. For he was grieved for David because his father had done him shame. Okay? So y'all can read the whole story if you want. Continue with that. But just letting you know that, you know, this wicked Israel. 2 Kings 4 and 23. 2 Kings 4 and 23. And he said, Wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, It shall be well. See, this is the Shunammite lady. So it says, so it's letting you know that the new moon is here. Then she saddled an ass and said to her servant, Drive and go forward. Slack not thy riding for me, except I bid thee. This is when her wicked husband didn't want to help David and his men. And David's men watched over their stuff. So, I mean, so like, you know, that's a different story. This is about Elisha. I got the stories twisted. This is about her. This is when the Shunammite's son was sick. She had wanted to go to Elisha, and Elisha brought him back to life. And this is and he offered him wealth, and he didn't take it. So since we here, this is a lot of what you have to really realize in when people try and say that every last person that looked like an Edomite is an Edomite, they might not be an Edomite. They could be of the seed of Gehazi. And as I said, Elisha didn't take what the man offered him. He brought the child back to life. I'm just getting back to the point so you can see. Let's look at this is you look at this Gehazi, he was rolling with Elisha, right? So when you look at 2 Kings, the 5th chapter, and